Rain ticked against the tall windows of Ben's living room, a soft, steady sound like a clock Helen could not stop hearing. The fireplace gave off a low amber glow, but she felt cold. 2 months from today, they were supposed to be married. Tonight, she was supposed to be helping Ben choose music for the ceremony. Instead, she sat on the edge of the leather sofa, hands knotted so tightly her knuckles blanched. Ben came in from the kitchen with 2 mugs of tea. "You look like you're about to run a marathon," he said lightly. "What's wrong?" She tried to smile and failed. "Ben, I need to tell you something, and you're going to hate me for it." He set the mugs on the table, instantly serious. "All right. Tell me," her throat tightened. "From the start, I wasn't who you thought I was." It began as a dare. "My friends said you were impossible, that you only dated ladies from rich families because of your status. They teased that no one like me could ever catch your eye." "I said I could. I said I'd prove them wrong." Ben's brow furrowed, but he stayed silent. "I borrowed money from the bank," Helen continued. "I bought clothes I couldn't afford. I learned the restaurants you liked and showed up until we met. When you asked to meet my parents, I hired people to play the part. I even rented a house for that dinner." Her voice wavered. "At first it was a stupid game, but then I fell in love with you, really love you, and every day since, the lie has been eating me alive." Ben stood very still, arms crossed, the firelight throwing sharp lines across his face. "So everything," he said at last, "the family dinners, the stories about your childhood, all of it?" "The stories were mine," she whispered. "The wealth wasn't. But my feelings, those were never fake." The silence stretched until it felt like the room itself might crack. Ben shook his head, grabbed his coat from the rack. "I can't do this right now." The door shut behind him with a hollow thud. Helen stayed frozen on the sofa, the fire hissing softly, until the tea went cold. 4 days passed. 4 days of unanswered texts and nights staring at her phone. On the fifth afternoon, the screen finally lit up with his name. "Come over, we need to talk." Her heart hammered as she drove to his house. The same rain had returned, a gray mist hanging over the driveway. Ben opened the door. His face looked tired, but the anger that had burned there before had softened. They sat in the living room again, the same room where everything had broken. "I've had time to think," he said. "Helen, what you did was wrong. You lied to me. I was furious. Still am, a little. But I can't ignore what we have. And I believe you love me." "I do," she said quickly. "More than anything. I never meant to hurt you." He nodded slowly. "The loan? You're still carrying it?" She lowered her eyes. "Yes. I'll pay it back somehow." "You won't do it alone," Ben said. "We'll handle it together." Helen's breath caught. "You'd still marry me? After all this?" "I want the truth, always," he said. "If you can promise that, then yes." Tears welled before she could stop them. "I promise. No more lies." Ever Ben reached across the space between them and took her hand. "Then we move forward." Together, 2 months later, the aisle was lined with white roses. Helen walked toward him in a gown bought with no borrowed money. Her parents, her real parents, beaming from the front row. When Ben slipped the ring onto her finger, the only thing richer than gold was the quiet certainty that the truth, though late, had won.